everyone, how are you? Our lesson today is theorem 2 of the triangle. What does theorem 2 say? Prep 1. Look at your school book, page 66. If we have triangle like this, A, B, C is a triangle, and we have E is the midpoint of a side AP. E is the midpoint of a side AP. We draw from this midpoint ray. This ray must parallel the other side. This ray must parallel the other side of triangle. Say like this, EF. Therefore, what, prep 1? Therefore, this ray bisects the third side of triangle. This ray bisects the third side of triangle. Then F is the midpoint of AC. Therefore, F is the midpoint of AC. Another triangle. If we have triangle X, Y, Z, and we have A is the midpoint of XZ. A is the midpoint of XZ. Draw a ray from XZ from midpoint A. This ray, say AP, parallel to YZ. AB is parallel to YZ. Therefore, what, prep 1? Therefore, this ray bisects the third side of triangle. AB bisects YZ. Then B is the midpoint of the side YZ. This is the theorem 2. How can we prove that, prep 1? Look at in your school book. We have triangle A, B, C, D is midpoint of AP. D is midpoint of AB. DE parallel to BC. DE parallel to EC. Required to prove E is the midpoint of AC. This is required to prove. To prove that, prep 1, we draw AX parallel to BC. This is the construction. We draw AX parallel to BC. How can we prove that, prep 1? Look with me. Since AX parallel to BC, AX parallel to BC, and AB and AC are transversals. And since AD equal to DB, AD equal to DB. Therefore, what, prep 1? Excellent, prep 1. Therefore, AE equal to EC. Therefore, AE equal to EC. We studied it before in the first term. Then E is the midpoint of triangle, of side AC. Again, prep 1. If we have triangle ABC, E is the midpoint of side AP. E is the midpoint of side BAB. We draw a ray from this midpoint. This array parallel to other side of triangle. This array parallel to other side of triangle. Then this ray bisects the third side. this ray bisects the third side. Then EF equal HC. This is the theorem 2. The ray drawn from the midpoint of a side. The ray drawn from the midpoint of a side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects the third side. We have very important corollary prep 1. If we have triangle like this, APC, E is the midpoint of AP, then EE equal to EP, and F is the midpoint of AC, then AF equal to FC. If we join between the two midpoints, EF, then the line segments joining between two midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. It's parallel to the third side. Then EF parallel to BC. EF parallel to BC. Again, if we have triangle like this, X, Y, and Z, C is the midpoint of XY and A is the midpoint of YZ. Then, if we joining between them line segment AC, then AC is parallel to XZ. AC is parallel to XZ. AC is parallel to XZ. Look at example. In the opposite figure, A, B, C, X, Y, AD equal DB. AD equal DB. And EE equal EC. AE equal EC. AX parallel to BC. AX parallel to BC. And DY intersect XC at point Y. Prove that Y requires to prove Y is the midpoint of XC. How can we prove that, prep 1? To prove that, we must make given, required to prove, and proof. Given AD equal to DB and EE equal to EC, AX parallel to BC. Required to prove Y is the midpoint of XC. Proof. Look with me, prep 1. In triangle ABC. In triangle ABC. Since we have D is the midpoint of EB and E is the midpoint of AC. Therefore, what, prep 1? D is the midpoint of AP and E is the midpoint of AC. Therefore, what? Excellent, prep 1. Therefore, DE is parallel to BC. Then DE is parallel to BC. Since Y belongs to DE, Y belongs to DE, therefore what, prep 1? Therefore DY parallel to BC. And since AX parallel to BC, AX parallel to BC, since AX parallel to BC, therefore what, prep 1? Excellent, prep 1. Therefore EY parallel to AX. EY parallel to AX. Look at this triangle AXC. Look at this triangle AXC. This triangle. Okay. E is the midpoint of AC. E is the midpoint of AC. EY parallel to AX. EY parallel to AX. Therefore, what, prep 1? We have midpoint and we have line segment from this midpoint and this line segment parallel to another side of triangle. Therefore, what, prep 1? Excellent, prep 1. Therefore, this line segment bisects the third side of triangle. Then Y is the midpoint of XC. Therefore, Y is the midpoint of XC. Excellent, prep 1. Then Y is the midpoint of XC. Thank you, prep 1.